to the Vera Thomas show where testimony, reality and truth meet you at the front door. Perspective to propose. Politics, religion, we talk about the real world we live in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. On the Vera Thomas show, from purpose, uplift, encourage, inspire, motivate, and let's talk about it. On the Vera Thomas show, the Vera Thomas show.
Hello, hello, hello. You were playing along with it. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. And I am just so honored to have Johnny Britt with me today. Wow. And I'm just, now he has a very long bio. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I just want to say that a journey of evolution. Johnny Britt's career has been one of the constant evolutions and significant impact from his early years in Cleveland, where he first picked up the trumpet at the age of 12, to studying under Paris opera trumpet master Roger Delmate.
That's right.
At the Conservatoire de Versailles. Now, Britt's musical journey has been defined by passion and dedication. After returning to the U.S., he became the youngest ever musical director for the Temptations, a role that cemented his place in Motown history. And I could go on and on and on, but I'm going to let you share more about who you are and what you've done. And I'd like for you to kind of start with, what was your childhood like? And how did you have this affinity for music like you did? And what was the pivotal point that led you to become the great musician, the great father, the great family man that you are? So I'm going to give you the floor and give you opportunity to share.
Well, first of all, Vera, thank you so much for having me on the show. I remember you came there to Canton when I performed for enrichment for the mental health awareness, Sound, Soul, and Healing event. and that's where I met you. So I'm so glad that you came up to me, and I'm so glad that you asked me to be on your show. And here we are. Here we
Here
are.
we are. Yes.
Yeah, and I do want to. You did really good. You did really good. But it is le Conservatoire de Versailles. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Le Conservatoire de Versailles. Et c'était avec Roger Delmont, qui était mon professeur de la musique sur la trompette là-bas à Paris. So I just want to get that little French vibe,
Yes, yes. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No, I'm gonna go back, but since I was just kind of speaking some French, I know we're gonna get to it. But my new album, Midnight in Paris, it is French inspired because I lived in France and I studied in France, and so it's just all the songs are just inspired from me living and being in the art there in Paris, France. And thank you for playing the first song that you played with my daughter Mariah there. That's actually going to be my new single that's coming out to radio May 18th. And we'll start doing a social media campaign on my birthday. I'm sure we'll talk about that too, April
Yes.
29th this month. And that song was You Are Beautiful. You're going to hear a whole lot about You Are Beautiful. And that was when I was playing on the horn. But
Yes.
getting back to my early years, yeah, I'm really a proud.
Clevelander.
That's right. I'm really proud. I'm so glad that I grew up in Cleveland. It was so rich for me. I have a book. I have a book called The Soloist. I'm sure we're going to talk a little bit about that. But I always say in my interviews, like, read the book because it's all there. I'm going to give you this much, a big flyby. But yeah, I started in Cleveland, and I started playing the trumpet at age 12. And I really picked the trumpet because it only had 3 valves, 1, 2, 3. And I thought that it was going to be the easiest instrument to play because it only had 3 valves. But unbeknownst to me, it is the most difficult to play because of all the overtones and everything you have to do to, uh, get to all the notes in your embouchure and the whole thing. So I'm so glad that I chose the trumpet. And, it was really crazy. I was telling a friend of mine, I guess when your birthday comes, which mine is coming in a few weeks here, you kind of reflect, at least I do. I reflect
Yes.
on life, and I reflect on where I came from and where I've been and just all the different stages of my life to end up where I am right now on this pivotal birthday. And one of the things I say is that I'm so glad that I started in Cleveland. Um, I say that God really has had his hand on my life. He has guided me, just guided me. And it started there in Cleveland where I had dreams. I had dreams of becoming successful in the music business. And ironically, the second year that I'm starting to play trumpet, right? I am playing trumpet. And I run into this drummer in concert band. We're both, young, starting out. I'm playing trumpet and he's playing percussion in the concert band. And we become really good friends. And we actually start a band and we rehearsed at his mother's house. And we just had dreams of really getting out of Cleveland and being somebody. And that person is Arsenio Hall.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Arsenio and we go back from when I first started. And I do want to thank him right now because he just came out with a book.
Yes.
And he just said it. I just said it to me, and I'm in the book. He talks about how he started in band with this trumpet player Johnny Britt, and we had our first band together. We dreamed of making it in the industry, and it's just so funny how life is. I remember that, and then fast forward out, I remember just running into him in Chicago. And again, we both had dreams, and it's all in this book. He took me to a comedy club in Chicago, and I was like, man, Arsenio, you're good, you're good. And I saw him, and he says, Johnny, I want to be like Johnny Carson. And, I'm in this apartment, and dreams just do come true. And I just want to just say that because it's really crazy. And I started out with Arsenio, right, in Cleveland. But I had the great opportunity coming out of high school, and Cleveland was really, really rich with a lot of music, a lot of bands. Eddie Levert lived down the street from me. Eddie Levert from the OJs lived right,
Right.
he lived
And
right
you
down.
know he's from Canton
I know he's from
originally.
Texas. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. He lived down the street from me. The Ponderosa Twins lived down the street from me. So it was just so much music. I was singing in groups. I was playing in bands, just getting my feet wet. Played in talent shows at the WHK talent show contest there in Cleveland, on Euclid Avenue. So Cleveland was just a great ground for me to just have fun as a kid, and just explore my voice, my horn, and unbeknownst to me, I would have the great opportunity to move and live in Paris, France. I got that opportunity because of my sister, Etna, which is like the love of my life. And she still lives in France with her, my brother in law, Remy. I go every year. And they allowed me to come to Paris under one condition that, I have to study. And I went there and I had the great honor of studying at the Conservatoire de Versailles with Roger Delamont, and get the music, get the English language under my belt. I actually signed my first contract when I was living in Paris, France.
Wow.
My sister and I had a band we put together over there. So it was just year, it was like eons away from Cleveland, and I was just in a whole nother world. And I just never turned back. I never came back to Cleveland. From there, I went to Chicago, where I actually got discovered by Otis Williams of the Temptations. He hired me as their youngest ever musical director, and it was just a chance in a lifetime, and that was really my big break into show business in Hollywood. When I got that gig, they wanted me to move out here to Los Angeles, where we currently live, and it was just a dream. I wanted to move to LA. I really couldn't afford it, because it's expensive out here. But I got that break from Otis Williams, and we're very good friends to this day. And I got out here. I signed with Motown Records. They had a group called Impromptu, which we did our thing. '95 our album came out, and we had like 4 albums. So I hit the national scene there, and of course, I hit the studio scene here in Los Angeles, where I'm on several motion pictures and records. I'm on the Luther Vandross Songs album. I'm in La La Land. I'm the featured trumpet player in La La Land. I'm the trumpet soloist in Hidden Figures. And I've just been living my dream during a lifetime. I've toured with Maxwell. I've played with David Bowie. I've toured with Josh Groban. I've played with Annie Lennox. The list goes on. And you're talking about a little kid from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh man, I am just so honored that you are here on my show
Man,
with
thank
all the things that you have done. And
you.
those of you that are listening, please share this video with people and let them know the great person that I have on my show tonight, and how yes, he's a trumpet player, but just as important, or probably more important, he is a father.
Yeah.
And he had an ordeal, and we're not going to get into all of the ordeal, but I am going to pull up the book cover so that people will see what
Mhm.
your book cover looks like.
Yeah.
And so when do you anticipate it coming out?
Well, The Soloist is my book. It's already out. It's out, and it is my life story. It chronicles my birth. I was actually born in Louisville, Kentucky, and my mother brought us to Cleveland before I was 1 years old. So I only know Cleveland, but it chronicles my whole life. Part of which what I've told you about and more. Receiving the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award from the White House and playing at the Olympics. Just so much is in that book, The Soloist. So you can get it on Amazon.com, and you can also get it at JohnnyBritt.com. But yeah, I'm really glad that I did that book, and I want to give a big shout out to Arlene Krieger, who contacted me and said, your story is massive and you should write a book. And she encouraged me to do that. And she is a co-author with me. I would tell her my stories. I travel a lot. So I would have my iPad and I would be on airplanes and the airports, and I would just write down, my life story on this and that, and I would just email it to her, and she would shape it up and get everything. And then we would meet a few times. Johnny, do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like that? So, big shout out to Arlene Krieger, and I'm very proud of this book. The Soloist is really funny because I put out the Soloist book, and then Arsenio contacts me because we're friends. Man, you got a book, man. How'd you do the book? When did you do the book? How long did it take you to write the book? And he was asking about it. They were cool, man. I just told him, I says, man, just, have fun, do your thing. And again, like I said, I'm proud of him. His book just came out. So we
Yes.
both have books. We both have books now, but mine is called The Soloist. And I'm
Yes.
very, very proud of it.
Yes. And you can get it at www.johnnybritt.com.
Absolutely.
Go straight,
Absolutely.
and there's a lot of different things. Albums are on there. He's
Yeah.
even got swag on there. He's got all kinds of things on his website. So
Thank you.
check out his website at www.johnnybritt.com. And I'm going to put that in the comments as well so that people can just click on it and
Absolutely.
go right to it. So let me do that right now.
Cool.
And
You know, while you're saying that and doing that, I want to make an announcement. And I did an interview yesterday. So I guess you will be the second person to hear this announcement. And this announcement is that we are coming out with my brand new single, You Are Beautiful, which I just mentioned. And it's going to be massive. We're going to start launching the marketing campaign for social media on my birthday, like I mentioned, April 29th, but we will be going to radio on May 18th. We have 4 different versions of You Are Beautiful. I'm so glad that we did this. The version that you just heard with me playing the trumpet, that's
yes,
the smooth jazz version. That's for, all you smooth jazz lovers out there. That's
yes.
for y'all. And then I have a smooth R&B adult version as well, where I'm singing, or I put the lyrics. I'm really singing this to my daughter, but it applies to anyone that you love in your life. I'm like, every time I see you, you bring joy into my life. Don't know what I would do without you. Each time you're near, I realize you are beautiful, so beautiful. You mean everything to me. That's the smooth R&B
And
vibe.
you have such a smooth
Well,
voice.
thank
I
you.
love your
But-
voice. You
So,
have a
so, so
beautiful
that's so
voice.
that's the second version, and you're gonna have options because we're gonna have it is a contest, but it's more of like I'm gonna pass it to you, Vera, and then you tell someone that's special in your life what they mean to you and that they are beautiful and they are to pass it on to someone else in their life. So
Oh,
we're
that's
working on this now with
beautiful.
the song attached. And the thing is, you can pick whatever version of the song you want. We have, like I said, the smooth jazz version. You're gonna have the smooth R&B version, which I just gave you a touch of, right?
Yes.
And then after that, we have a dance version that's hot.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
we have a dance version for all you young kids out there, whatever, that like the club, but it's really cool. You can pick that one. You Are Beautiful. And then we have a R&B, more, hitting it harder R&B. So we have 4 different versions, and you can attach whatever version you want to your message that you send to your loved one. And hopefully you're going to send it to your mother if she's still around, because we have Mother's Day coming up. That's going to be a
Yes.
perfect time for you to give her flowers and say, Mom, I want to tell you something. You are special to me. You mean everything, and you are beautiful. You are beautiful. And it's
That is awesome. That is awesome. And they'll be able to get it on your website, right?
yes, that's right. The website will be full of it, and then all of the social media too. So, April 29th, I'm going to make an announcement. It'll be like a big, it's actually going to be on my birthday. I'm going to be like, I'm just giving you everything, Vera, but I'm going to be like, hey, everybody, today's a special day. It's my birthday. Yay.
Yes.
But I'm saying also it's a very special day because This is the release of my brand new song, You Are Beautiful. And this is what I want you to do. When you tell somebody in your life that how much they mean to you and they're beautiful, click the link below, attach the song and send it to them. And they send it. And we want this thing to go worldwide viral. And basically, I'm going to be saying that on my birthday. So
Well,
it'll be on my website.
tag me in on that so that I can
Yeah.
also share it.
Yeah, everybody all around the world. And and the thing about it is like, it's really simple because a lot of people they don't feel that they're beautiful. Some people for whatever reason, it could be like they're just down and out on their luck.
Yeah.
They could be out of shape. But they mean something, and these people mean something to us. So I want you to tell your loved ones and your friends that they mean something to you and to the world, and let them know that they are beautiful. They
That
are.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
So I'm really excited about this campaign. I've done a lot of campaigns, but this one feels that it feels if everyone is feeling this and if everybody jumps on board, there's no reason why this thing cannot go viral on
right.
all four different versions. And we can just, make the world just a better place. Because there's so
Yes.
much crime and war,
Yes.
poverty and stuff going on.
Yes.
Life is precious.
It
Life
is.
without,
And it's too short.
is too short, and we just have to feel validated and valid.
Yes.
I'm so
Yes.
glad that Mariah, my daughter, inspired this song, and I'm so glad
Yes.
that we just wanted to touch the world, everyone. Everyone.
Yes. Yes.
There
And
she is, my baby.
there's your baby. And I want you to just kind of touch on this relationship that you have with her. And we're
Well,
not going to,
yeah, my relationship with my daughter, she's my only daughter, so it's special. I think it seems like sons really they are really attracted to their moms, and I feel
mhm.
that daughters are really attracted to their dads. I never forget, I was on tour when she was born. I was on tour with Maxwell, traveled a lot. We did the whole country. And I had been gone for quite some time and came home. Mariah was, I don't even think, I don't know if she was, I don't think she was just born. Not that, she wasn't even one. And my wife comes to pick me up from the airport. And, when I put my head in the mirror, like she cried, like, who is this? Like, who is it? I mean, she's and my heart just like, I took my wife. I said, just hold on a second. I took the baby out of the is it the bassinet or
The
the little,
bassinet.
yeah, the bassinet or the baby chair, and I just walked her just like this. I said, I'm your daddy. I'm your daddy. And I walked up and down the airport, and just to calm her down and just let her know I'm daddy. I'm daddy. And ever since then, I mean, it is unexplainable the love that we both have for each other. I always kind of tease her. She says, "I love you, Daddy." I'm like, sometimes. She says, "No, Daddy, I love you all the time." So we definitely have a very special bond. She looks like me. She definitely has, some of my characteristics, right? So she means everything to me, just like the song says, and I get
Mhm.
credit from my feelings, it wasn't from her feelings, it was from my feelings because we have been through so much together as father and daughter. And uh, I just want her to know that she just means everything to
That
me.
is
And
beautiful.
I think that, everyone, look, in life, everyone goes through stuff, whatever
Yes.
challenges they are. And those challenges are, if you're not strong, it could really, just take you out or whatever it is. But we've been through some things, and we've come out of it. She's graduating from college. I'm so happy. And
That's
it was
awesome.
crazy. It was crazy because we've been through a lot, like I told you. And she told me last month, she says, "Daddy, are you proud of me?"
Oh.
And I said, absolutely. And I'm not one to cry much. I don't, but I have with this little girl,
Yes.
because the love is so strong. I love her so much, and I care about her so much. And so, yes, I'm really proud of you, Mariah. She graduates next month in May, and she's gonna do great things. So
Yes. And
this, so
I
this,
know.
so this song and what I'm about is really to encourage fathers,
Yes.
um, you know, mothers and families, with their children, with their wives. I'll be married 40 years in August.
Oh,
I'll be
awesome.
married 40 years in August. And that's, it should be normal and regular, but in our
But it's
society,
not.
it's not. So I'm just, so thankful. My wife is beautiful. Mariah is beautiful. The people that work for me, and different things, they're just so beautiful. So that's why this song, I just think it's a special song. I think it's a song,
Yes.
with the feeling and the depth and the message behind the personal, the personal message from me to you, from
Yes.
you to whoever else. So I think
Yes.
it's really strong, and we're gonna do everything we can to really
Push it.
make it happen on social media to let people know that they are special.
Yes, that is beautiful. Now, you mentioned that you've been married for 40 years. Now, as a musician, that in and of itself is a challenge.
Well, don't even don't forget, I live in Hollywood.
Right, right,
So
right.
I'm in like, I live in Hollywood. No, for me, and my wife and I, we've discussed this. You know, making a decision about who you married is probably the most important decision in the world that you will ever do in your
Yes.
life. Because you say, for better or for worse, for richer, for poor, till death do us part. And look, I've had some girlfriends. Y'all know who y'all are in Cleveland and whatever. And I'm just so glad that I married my wife, because, uh, marriage is just like having children or anything else.
Yes.
You have to have tough skin. Art, the key for us is the Lord. People can say whatever they want about whatever, but for us, it's the Lord that keeps, this thing like really strong, and enduring, because it's all about the long haul. It's all about the long
Yes.
haul. So I'm just so glad that, I married someone, you know, like that. And, it's been, we've both developed. We've both developed. And I remember when I was in the basement of the church like 40 years ago, we were ready to go up to the church to marry her. I was so nervous. I was so nervous. I was like, Lord, make her like my mother. Because my mother is like spirit filled, and
Mm-hmm.
because I want my children to. And girl, she is just like my mom.
Oh, that is so
Yeah, so it's a
beautiful.
wonderful thing.
That
Life
is
is really good. Life is really, really good for me. Right now I'm just so thankful. Every morning I'm just thanking the Lord for my life, and the peace, and the beautiful, the wonderful things that I'm able to touch people with my music,
yes.
make a nice living. So it's really fantastic.
That is beautiful. Well, I am so happy for you. And so you would say that that spiritual connection is the glue that has kept your marriage together. And people don't understand how powerful having that relationship with the Lord, this up and down relationship is
Yeah.
so important because everything else
Mhm.
evolves around it. So I
Exactly.
would imagine that you and your wife, you pray together on a regular and
Oh yeah. I mean, we're like, we're not religious. We have
right.
a, we have a relationship with the Lord, and it's
That's all you need is a
it covers our
relationship.
home. And we, look, we're about it. We're about it.
That's awesome. And I do want to, because our audience is not aware of the challenges that you really went through with your daughter. And I know we're not going to get into the whole story. Number one, we don't have time to do that because we want to cover so much. But if you can just kind of share with other, because you know there are people out here who are battling with family or significant others who have gone through or are going through
Hmm.
some kind of mental crises.
Yeah.
So if you can just kind of speak to what you would say to someone that may be battling some of the things that you went through where you didn't know what to do or
Hmm.
how to do. You just knew that you had to do something. If you
Yeah.
could just kind of share a little bit of that
Yeah.
to encourage my audience.
Sure. It's crazy that you would say that. A friend of mine, a good friend of mine, just not long ago, and I told my wife this. People watch you, and you don't even know
Mm-hmm.
that they're watching.
Yes.
Anyway, he says to me, Johnny, you are very unique. He says, I've seen everything that you've gone through with your daughter. And he's like, and you have been there like 1000%. And he says, man, I respect you so much because that's like just like not normal. People they give up, etc. Because but he says, I've seen what the challenges that you've gone through. And it just I didn't really like I didn't expect it and I didn't really need it, but I'm so glad that he said it, because I have been there for both of my kids, Josh and Mariah. I've been there. And the thing is, I have to be there. I have to be there. So I would say to anyone that's dealing with mental health challenges in your family, I know it's hard, but you have to be there. You just have to be there. And you have to find that inner strength to be there and for them because they need you, you know. And so I'm not an expert. I'm really not an expert. I just know that you have to be there for, your children. Um, if they're going through whatever kind of challenges they're going through, you cannot give up. You just really need to be there because they are all that you have. They're all that you have.
Yes.
And in a nutshell, that's what I would say. So yeah, we are definitely we are we have definitely triumphed over a lot, and of course, um, there will be more challenges because that's what life is. Life is
Yes.
challenges up and down. So you just have to, for me, stay prayed up, stay strong, ask the Lord for strength and healing for your loved ones, and just go get it. You know, and it's crazy because it's kind of like if you have a problem today, it seems like it's really really uh, seems like you can't get over it, but really in actuality you won't have that same challenge next year or 6 months from now. You know what I'm saying? So don't so just stay in the game is what I'm trying to say. Even if you and your spouse are just hating each other and just throwing just not whatever, just be patient because like I think the song says trouble doesn't last always.
Always.
Yeah,
That's right.
so it is true. I think a lot of times people they just panic, they jump out of marriages because of argument and whatever, so I can't do this anymore, but I think patience is the
Mm-hmm.
key with all the above. I think it's patience.
Yes.
I know it's patience and prayer, and that's what it is. Because it's not going to be the same. It's be
Yes.
the same. So I believe that.
Absolutely. And as you were talking, I thought about the scripture, the love scripture that talks about love is patient, love is kind. If people, married couples, relation, any relationship, if we were to basically look at that love chapter, and
Hmm.
recognize the importance of patience and not being haughty and being forgiving and all of those kinds of things. That's what makes marriages and families
That's right. And
strong. And
yeah,
families
yeah,
strong.
you're right. I mean, that's the definition of love.
It
It's
is.
the definition of love. Mhm.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? You had mentioned your book,
The soul.
Midnight in Paris. And now tell us a little bit more about this book, about this
Al-
album.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah. The book is The Soloist, and the album is Midnight in Paris.
Yes.
Midnight in Paris has 12 dynamic songs on it. The first single was Midnight in Paris. It went top 10 on the Billboard charts. And then we have a song that I wrote in Paris, France. It's called Chérie Je t'aime, which means "Darling, I love you" in English. And it went number one on the Brazilian charts
Oh my
for
goodness.
3 consecutive months and was named the Song of the Year. So that's Chérie Je t'aime. And we released Show You. Show You is a vocal song, and we hit like top three in certain markets on the R&B scene. Uh, and we released Emotions last summer, which is a great, great, great song. And then after that, we released City of Lights, which I just received like last week. We were number one uh, in Spain. We were
Oh
number
my
one
goodness.
in Spain
That is awesome.
with City of Lights, and now we are here for You Are Beautiful. And I'm
Yes.
totally expecting You Are Beautiful to go number one. Like I said, all of these songs, they are French inspired. So, they have French titles. This is the very first time that I'm actually singing in French, doing some spoken word in French
Oh my goodness.
on this record. So it's really nice. It's really sexy. It's really cool. The last song on the album is called Ici en Paris, which means here in Paris. And this is a song that I wrote. I was coaching Damson Idris, who's a big star, movie star out here in LA. And I was coaching him because he will be playing Miles Davis in the upcoming Miles Davis movies that they're shooting it in Paris, France. So I was his trumpet coach, and I just got inspired to write and record this song. It's very Miles Davis influence.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I have the album, the Miles Davis, you and Miles Davis um
Marvin Gaye.
and Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, it's
Let me play a little bit of that.
Marvin
Hold
meets
on.
Miles. That's from Marvin
Yes.
Miles. Absolutely.
Let me play a little bit of that. That's it, right?
Oh yeah. Marvin Meets Miles, my brand new album, Volume 1, was inspired by, of course, the great Marvin Gaye and Miles Davis. I recall the first time that I heard Miles, I was trying to learn how to play, improvise on the trumpet, and the first record I heard was Kind of Blue. Kind of Blue was it just touched my spirit so much, the way that he was so lyrical with his horn. It changed my life forever. Fast forwarding to Marvin Gaye, I remember that when I first heard Marvin, I didn't even really like him. I didn't really like him because he wasn't singing enough. I was used to a lot of runs and a lot of different artists doing a lot of acrobatic stuff. But as I matured as a singer and trumpet player, I started to really appreciate the message in his music and the way that he revolutionized music in the times. The same is true with Miles Davis. So I've merged these two styles together on this new album, and I'm very excited about it, and I'm looking forward to the whole world to hear it. Marvin Gaye meets Miles Davis. You can imagine Marvin and Miles playing on the same stage together. Hopefully that's what you're going to feel when you hear this record, and we're excited for you all to hear it. And there's two great giants I'm just playing homage to in my own and personal way. Marvin Meets Miles. Check out the new single, Marvin Meets Miles, as well as the album, Marvin Meets Miles. Thank you.
Awesome. And Now this.
Searching for the answers. Ocean, talk to me. Ocean waves.
And see, I just wanted to give them a little taste, a little taste.
Yeah, that was my hit song, "Ocean Waves," from my last album, After We Play. Yeah, that was a hit song for a Sirius XM radio, jumped all on the record. They also jumped on. We did the great Dionne Warwick classic written by Burt Bacharach.
Yes.
David, "Walk On By." That was a good
Yes.
song for us, the unique arrangement that we did. So, really, I've been like a kid in the candy store, making these records and touching lives and doing my thing. So I'm extremely happy, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
from the land. I hope we do something in these playoffs. I don't know. In the playoffs, I don't think we're strong enough.
Well, I'll have to admit, I have not been keeping up. So
It's okay. I watch every game. Don't worry about it.
yeah, and I love basketball. It's just that when I was with other people, I would always, but things have changed and I'm here by myself most of the time. So I don't really watch it by myself. I like to do it with a crowd.
Exactly.
But anyway, I think, what you're doing, I do hope that the Cavs, they do something with the
I
playoffs.
hope they do something. Yeah.
Yes. And now you mentioned about your information being available for Mother's Day. And actually, I am a co-author of a book called Maternal Pillars. And it is coming out on Mother's Day as well.
Nice.
And it's a tribute to our mothers. And my mom, she was the first Black to have a radio program in Canton, Ohio.
Wow.
And she was an icon in Canton and a promoter of gospel music. She had the staple singers, Shirley Caesar, the Jackson Southerneers, all of those musicians from back in the day. They would come and stay at our house as she promoted them. And so that story is in the book, and how she was my rock. She was my rock. And we're taking pre-orders for that book right now. So if any of you are interested in pre-ordering the book, hit me up on Facebook or DM me and let me know that you're interested in getting the book. I wanted to throw that out there.
That's fantastic.
Yes, I'm excited about it. I really am. There's 21 authors all talking about their mothers, and each story is unique and different. Some were challenged with their moms, but was able to gain strength from that experience.
Yeah.
And like I said, my mother was my rock. So if we can combine your song
absolutely
with promoting this book as well, and promote them both at the same time, that would be awesome. So but I wanted to throw that out there. And I do have a small commercial that I need to play. Absolutely. And then we'll come back to our conversation.
Okay.
Mama Knows creates high quality products that are available to be used on multiple textures of hair. Her goal is to bridge the gap to stop people from having to use multiple products because of families with multiple hair types. Her products are currently being used on men, women, children of all ethnicities. Mama Knows products are available at www.mamaknowsproducts.com. www.mamaknowsproducts.com. That's www.mamaknowsproducts.com. You can also find her on Instagram at Mama Knows Products, because you know, Mama knows what you need.
Are wonderful. They smell great. They work well. Shampoos, conditioners, elixirs, hair growth serums, all kinds of products for healthy hair. And again, they smell great. So you want to check out Mama Knows Products at mamaknowsproducts.com. Why? Because Mama knows what you need. So check out Mama Knows Products at mamaknowsproducts.com. Okay. And let me put your banner back up here so people know that you can go to www.johnnybritt.com to get his new releases coming out on his birthday, April 29th. And he's going to be doing a social blitz on that.
Yep.
And you can pick up, there's so much on his website. All of his albums. He's got t-shirts. He's got all kinds of things that you can get to support what it is that he's doing and to enjoy the music. I love jazz. And so it's right up my alley. So anyway, what else do you want to share with our audience that's going to uplift, encourage, motivate, inspire, and educate?
Well, first of all, I just want to say that I'm not just a jazz artist, so I don't like to be labeled a jazz artist.
Exactly.
I do R&B, jazz, pop music. So and a lot of times when people just see me with this, automatically it's jazz and that's it. But I do obviously play jazz, but I am also an R&B pop artist. And
yes,
so make that clarification.
And I'm a witness, because when he was in Canton and he performed, he spoke, he performed, he talked about and shared about his daughter and his relationship. But I'm telling you, there's a little bit of rap, there's a little bit of R&B, there's a little bit of jazz, there's a little bit of pop, there's a little bit of everything. And how do you end your show with "It is what it is"?
Make it clear, Johnny B's not new. I've been around for years, highly respected amongst my peers for making good music people love to hear. Now some of y'all may be confused because of the style I choose. I mix hip hop, jazz, and R&B. Come on, y'all. 1, 2, 3. Now, is it hip hop? Say
it is what it is.
R&B. It
is what it is. Yes.
Is it neo soul?
It is what it is.
Yo, it is. Now call it what you want, baby.
Yes. Go ahead. Just do a little bit more. Let me give you the floor. Yes. I'm loving it. a little bit of music, a little bit of everything. And one of the things, there's a couple of points that he made that I really want to hit home when he talked about his marriage and how important having that relationship with the Lord is. When he talked about the importance of that father daughter, and people don't realize how important a father daughter relationship is. I am convinced that a lot of reasons why a lot of women and young girls are going through some of the things that they're going through is because of that lack of relationship with their father, or a poor relationship with their fathers. Years ago, I used to drive Uber and Lyft, and I would pick up women at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, going to see some guy. And I would always ask, what was your relationship like with your dad? And I'm telling you, almost every one of them either had a poor relationship with their dad or no relationship with their dad. So that relationship that you and Mariah have, I mean, it's precious. It's precious. And more fathers need to understand that your daughters need you just as much, if not more so, as your sons.
That's true. That's true. Very well said. Very well said. Very well said.
Thank you. So, what are you doing as it relates to mental health advocacy? Because I know that's a part of your platform. So, what are you doing? I know you've been doing some speaking and things of that nature. Is there anything specific that you're doing to kind of help advocate for mental health and wellness?
Well, not directly, but I would say like the event that we did there for enrichment in Canton, that was the first of what we hope to be many. So we are actively uh, seeking more opportunities like that. And I do want to thank Miss Betty Smith and the
Yes.
Richmond Company for bringing me in and letting me tell my story and encouraging the kids there at enrichment. So, yeah, we are pursuing other institutions and places around the country where we can spread the message. Like I said before, I didn't know anything about this until I saw it in my own eyes. And so yeah, we're just planning and hoping to do more of the same. But I would say that when people come to my concerts, you know it is a concert, but it's not just a concert. Um, I I know that I touch them through my music. I touch them like spiritually. I know that I do, and I would have to say, I definitely let people know that I am an advocate of mental health and to be there for your loved ones. Um, I definitely, spread that word and that message. So I would say, during my interviews and during my concerts, that message comes along with me. It comes along with me, and I'm happy to do it. I'm proud to do it. It's something that I have to do.
Yes. And because I don't believe that God would have allowed you to go through what you went through for you to sit on it and not do something with it. It
Yeah,
was challenging, it was difficult, it was traumatic, but you got through it so that you could help other people get through the same.
yeah. Well, I have a platform, so I have fans and I have people that look up to me, and so I just use my platform for what I believe in.
Yes, and that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. And I appreciate you being here. I feel led to play that there's another song on here. It's 1 minute and 10 seconds that I want to play before we end. So let me play that right quick and then we'll come back. Yes, just a little bit,
Oh,
just
yeah.
a tad.
Yeah, that
And
was my number one hit single. After we play, featuring Peter White, the great Peter White, and yeah.
yes, I love Peter White. Um, awesome. Well, listen, I appreciate you being here, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else that you want to.
I think we're cool. The main thing is the "You Are Beautiful" campaign. Look out for it. Follow me, and we want all you guys involved to let someone special in your life let them know that they are beautiful. And you can follow me on Johnny Britt Instagram, Johnny Music Britt on Facebook, Johnny Britt Twitter. I'm actually even on TikTok. And
Oh, okay.
go to johnnybritt.com and everything will be we're launching April 29th, which is my birthday.
Your birthday. Well, happy early birthday. Now, if they will they be able to find your other sites if they go to www.johnnybritt.com?
When you say other sites, what do you
Like,
mean?
will you have the links to go to Facebook,
Yeah,
LinkedIn?
we'll have all that stuff there. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll definitely have that there. And I did
Okay.
want to let you know that in a couple weeks, Monday after next, I'll be traveling to Armenia for a really
Oh,
big show in Armenia.
wow.
Yeah, so it's my first time being in Armenia, and it's going to be fantastic, and it's going to be great. And also, I just want when I get back. I know you guys are in Ohio, but if anybody's listening that lives in California, in Torrance, California, May 15th, I'm doing a nice show at the View Bar with myself, Johnny Britt on trumpet and vocals, the great Nils on guitar, and the New York saxophonist Paula Atherton, who will be playing at the View Bar. You can go to the View Bar for tickets if you're out this way, and we'd love to see you there. I'll
Oh,
be live.
awesome.
Yeah, I'll be live.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Now, given this is how I want to end, given all the stuff that's going on in this country
Hmm.
and the world, and you be careful going
I know.
elsewhere,
I know.
and the world, and I know music is the universal language.
Hmm.
What can you say to our audience that's listening now or that will catch the replay? What can you say to encourage them during the time of the storm that we're going through right now?
Stay prayerful. Simple. Stay prayerful.
Yes.
Stay prayerful, and that's it.
Yes. We
Pray
got it.
pray
Because
for our country. Yeah, just pray. Just pray.
yeah, he said, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, turn from their wicked ways and seek my face, then will I hear from heaven and heal the land. That's how our land will be healed, through prayer. We've got to pray,
That's it.
and read Psalms 30, 37 and 40. I was reading 40 and 41 today.
Come on.
So Read the Psalms, I'm telling you, and just trust God to get us through this and understand that this too shall pass.
That's right.
Well, listen, thank you so much. And if you can you hold on for a minute before as I close us out? Okay. Well, listen, everybody, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And we will see you on Tuesday. God bless you all. And we'll see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay prayerful and know that what we're going through, this too shall pass. God bless.
Let's talk about it. On the Vera Show. The Vera Show.